10 things you did not know about Tyler Herro. The Miami Heat have, needless to say, exceeded all expectations this year. They've made it to the NBA Finals despite having a very youthful core. Since Tyler Herro has been a true hero on the court and has been putting up consistent numbers every night, it is safe to say that it would not have been possible without his assistance. Even so, there are still many things about the 6'5" shooting guard that the majority of the people do not know. We're glad that you're back on our YouTube page. This video will cover the inside scoop by listing the top 10 things about Tyler Herro that you probably did not know. Before we do, don't forget to hit the notify button, like and subscribe so you never miss out on any content. At the age of 22, Tyler Herro transformed from the Miami Heat's secret weapon to a walking bucket in just his third NBA season. Herro has destroyed the competition by taking it to the opposition, whether it be with the floater in the lane or a three-pointer shot. Herro has played in 66 games this season, averaging 20.7 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Herro, 22, was known as a boy wonder by his former Kentucky Wildcats colleagues. This season, he hit 39% from outside the arc. Without further ado, let us begin with the 10 things you did not know about Tyler Herro. Number 10. Surpassing college expectations. Even though Kentucky may have recruited Herro, his coaches did not exactly have great hopes for him when he entered college. He was not really the ideal player you would expect an aspiring legend to be, at least not in the eyes of his coaches. According to them, he was of a standard that would otherwise suggest that he should put in more effort, to put it nicely. In fact, he was only a 4-star recruit. He ended up not only starting, but also being the only player to start all 37 games while averaging an astounding 14 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. He proved to his Kentucky coaches that this was not the case. He finally benefited from this because he qualified for the NCAA tournament and was named the SECR Rookie of the Year by the Associated Press. Number 9. Most hated hometown. In his hometown of Greenfield, Wisconsin, Tyler Herro may be currently ranked among the league's most endearing athletes, but this was not always the case. You see, the animosity began when he deviated from his commitment to play for the nearby University of Wisconsin in favor of the more prominent, the University of Kentucky. Now, sports fan knows that loyalty to your home turf is something that you should never compromise on. In his defense, he was not really famous back then, and it did not mean much even if he played elsewhere. But I guess the people of Wisconsin never really got over this so-called betrayal. Many local fans were infuriated by his initial move, and even though he was still only in high school, he started to receive death threats. He also started to have snakes thrown at him during the games and have his house broken into by vandals. Herro persevered in the face of all of this, and she finally had a fantastic season at Kentucky. Number 8. His nickname. While many NBA players have amusing nicknames, Tyler Herro is one of the best. That is because Chris Silva and Kendrick Nunn have both started nicknaming him Baby Goat. With a large number of his teammates following, the Miami Heat eventually started selling Baby Goat shirts to supporters. Because, well, why not capitalize on it? On April 10, 2020, the clothing line was revealed on Twitter. From what we have come to know so far about this funny nickname, Tyler Herro does not seem to mind. Knowing he's not a crybaby about it, it is honestly such a relief. Number 7. His first significant buy. In general, NBA players will go out and spend a lot of money when they first get paid. Herro was no different from other athletes in the league, who are known to purchase great automobiles, elaborate jewelry, and pricey clothing. However, against popular belief, he would not spend his first pay on himself. That is because he decided to spend $5,000 on a Gucci purse for his mother rather than on himself, which would have cost him far less. While he would later spend an additional $200,000 on a Jeep, a Mercedes, and a new wardrobe for himself, his actions undoubtedly demonstrate that he prioritizes himself over other people. I believe the first thing I ever purchased was a Gucci handbag for my mother. I got 2 vehicles. I spent $85,000 on a Jeep and then on a Mercedes gear. I think that $5,000 purse was just a ticket for Herro to get his mother's approval for the shopping spree that he was soon to embark on afterwards. Number 6. His friend. Tyler Herro may be best recognized for his performances on the court, but it turns out that his off-court play has also been rather good. He's currently friends with Katie Ellis Henry, who stands out. Is more well-known than the hero himself. That is because she has garnered a massive 7.8 million Instagram followers, dwarfing Herro's modest 1 of 7 million followers. Katie has recently joined the NBA bubble, but if Heat wins the finals, she will get the chance to celebrate with him. Number 5. His favorite food list. Miami is undoubtedly one of the most ethnically diverse cities in the country, and as a result, it offers much more dining options than Herro's hometown of Greenfield, Wisconsin. As a result, Herro has taken the opportunity to broaden his palate and has sampled a variety of foods that he would not have access to at home. But in response to the question, which is your favorite, he said, I enjoy the Cuban food in Miami. it is burning. Although he did not specify what exactly his favorite food was, we can be sure that whatever it was fantastic. I studied Spanish, so I have some knowledge of it. I think that is it. Number 4 overall in the NBA draft. One of the greatest rookies in the league that has emerged as Tyler Herro. However, despite this, the majority of the league remained rather unsure of this. This is because he was selected by the Miami Heat as a respectable albeit low position of 13, coming in behind players like Cam Johnson and Jackson Hayes, who were undoubtedly inferior. He certainly disproved his uncertainty, however, as he finished the regular season averaging an amazing 13.5, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Number 3 is his old job. Basketball players often concentrate on improving their talents throughout their high school and college careers, but the hero had to labor in positions that had little to do with their sport. That is because he would trade in his basketball shoes for snow boots by working with his dad as a snowplows operator while spending his summers working at a basketball summer camp in the chilly Wisconsin weather. Job was anything but glamorous right now. After all, he would often work 5 hours per night for a wage of $10, making what he called a quick $50. But since he's currently a professional basketball player in sunny Miami, the likelihood of him ever having to do this again is incredibly slim. My first job was doing snowfalling and other such tasks for my father. My estimate would be $10 per hour. I'll likely put in 5 hours a night at work, quick 50. Number 2, his contract. Herro is averaging an outstanding 16.5 points, 4 assists, and 5.5 rebounds per game this offseason. But his rookie contracts do not reflect that because, like other rookies, his income each year is almost modest, and he's currently contracted to make $3.6 million this year. And although he has team options to increase his salary to $4 million in 2021 and $5 million in 2022, he will unavoidably have to wait until the summer of 2023 to receive a sizable salary, despite being slated to make $3.8 million the following year. Number 1, state championship. The Falcons were defeated by Waunakee, the top-rated team in the state, 62-59 in the semifinals of the WIA Division II state tournament as a sophomore under Herro's leadership at the Gold Center in Madison. Just before the final buzzer, Herro attempted a contested three-pointer from the left wing, but it missed. The title game was ultimately lost by Waunakee against Kaukana. We'll talk about that school again later. When the injury ended the second half of the season as a junior, Herro had no chance, and as a senior, a thrilling sectional game prevented him from making the tournament. Alright, everyone, that is all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. Tell us what Tyler Herro facts you found to be the most intriguing in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, please hit the bell icon, like it and subscribe so you won't miss on any of our newest material. Up until then.